Listen to me. This is not the time to make excuses. This is not the time to negotiate with your dream. You either get it done, or you don't. Period. See, too many people talk about what they want. Too many people dream about success. But dreams without discipline are dead. Dreams without grind, without sacrifice, without sweat. They're just fairy tales you tell yourself at night to feel better. Everybody wants to win until it's time to put in the work. Everybody says they want to succeed until they face the reality of what it actually costs. And that's where the excuses start pouring in. Excuses are the easy way out. They're the soft pillow you lay your dreams on when you don't feel like grinding anymore. They're the stories you tell yourself to justify staying the same. But excuses don't build legacies. Excuses don't pay bills. Excuses don't pay bills. Excuses don't change lives. Success does not negotiate with your feelings. Success does not listen to your reasons why you can't. Success does not pause and say, oh, you're tired, you're scared, you're overwhelmed. Okay, I'll wait for you. No, success moves on to the next person who is ready to get it done, no matter how they feel. You say you don't have the resources. You say you don't have the support. You say you don't have the experience, the education, the connections. Listen, there will always be 1,000 reasons not to move forward. There will always be 1,000 obstacles you can point to and say, see, that's why I can't win. But champions look at those same obstacles and say, that's why I have to win. It's not about what you don't have. It's about what you decide to do with what you have. There are people with less than you who are doing more. There are people who started with nothing, who face setbacks bigger than yours, and they still showed up every day, still fought for it every day, still refused to quit every day. Because while others made excuses, they made a decision. The biggest lie excuses tell you is that you have time, that you can wait, that tomorrow is promised, but you don't have time to waste waiting for perfect conditions. You don't have time to keep explaining to yourself and others why you haven't started, why you haven't finished, why you aren't where you said you would be. Life is moving whether you are ready or not. Opportunities don't stand still. Doors close, moments pass, yours close. And the longer you entertain your excuses, the further you drift from the life you said you wanted. The truth is harsh, but it's simple. Either you find a way or you find an excuse. There's no middle ground. When you strip away all the distractions, all the noise, all the reasons you tell yourself it's okay to delay, what you're left with is a choice. You can choose to be the person who gets it done, or you can choose to be the person who talks about why it couldn't happen. Every excuse is a self-imposed limit you accept. Every excuse is a chain around your potential. The ones who win are not necessarily the smartest, the richest, the most talented. They're simply the ones who decided that nothing, not fear, not doubt, not lack, was going to stop them. They decided to take ownership of their future, to take responsibility for their actions, to stop waiting for perfect conditions and start creating results. You have to look yourself in the mirror and be brutally honest. Are you building or are you blaming? Are you grinding or are you binding or are you making excuses? Because the dream doesn't care about your story. It only cares about your work. You think the struggle you're going through gives you permission to slow down? No, the struggle should be your reason to speed up. The obstacles in your way aren't there to break you. They're there to show you how bad you really want it. They're there to test whether you're serious or whether you're just talking. Every excuse you make is one more brick in the wall separating you from your dreams. Tear the wall down. It's not sexy, but it's necessary. Dream all you want. Without discipline, you will never get there. Everybody keeps waiting for the stars to align, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting until they feel ready, until they have more money, until they have more time. But the truth is, waiting is the death of dreams. The longer you wait, the colder your dream becomes. Momentum dies in hesitation. Progress dies in fear. Every second you waste thinking about starting is a second you could have been moving toward. There is no perfect time. There is no ideal situation where everything falls into place. There's only now. And what you do with it defines everything. You think you're buying yourself time by waiting. You think you're being smart, being cautious. But time is not your ally when you hesitate. Time does not wait for you to get comfortable. Time moves forward whether you act or not. Every minute you waste is a minute someone else is using to get better, to get stronger, to get ahead. Opportunity doesn't sit on the porch waiting for you to come outside. Opportunity knocks once, maybe twice. And if you're too busy doubting yourself to answer the door, it moves on. The winners of this world are not the ones who waited for permission. They're the ones who jumped, who ran, who moved when it was scary, when it was uncertain, when it wasn't guaranteed. Taking action now is about trusting the process before you see the outcome. It's about betting on yourself before anyone else believes in you. You don't need a perfect plan to start. You don't need to know every step of the journey to take the first one. You need to move. You need to do. You need to stop thinking and start executing. Perfection is the enemy of progress. So many people are paralyzed because they want everything to be flawless from the beginning. But success isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, building brick after brick. Even when the wall is invisible to everyone else, fear will tell you to wait. Doubt will whisper that you're not ready. Comfort will beg you to stay where it's safe. But none of those things are trying to help you grow. They're trying to trap you. They're trying to keep you average. They're trying to keep you dreaming small and moving slow. The people who live the lives others dream about are not the ones who had easy. They are the ones who took messy action, who made mistakes and kept going, who failed and stood back up, who looked fear in the face and moved anyway. You are not going to be ready. Wallace Carve. That feeling you're waiting for, that moment of full confidence, it's not coming. Confidence is built through action, not before it. You don't get stronger by waiting to feel strong. You get stronger by lifting the weight even when you feel weak. Every step you take builds the courage you think you're missing. Every decision to move forward creates the momentum you've been looking for. Action fuels belief. Action destroys fear. Action creates results. While you wait for perfect, someone else is working through the mess. While you hesitate, someone else is dominating. While you second guess, someone else is winning. Life is short. You think you have time, but you don't. Every second is either an investment in your future or a donation to your excuses. You get to choose. Right now in this moment, you have the power to step forward or stay stuck. You can chase your dreams or chase your fears. The clock is ticking whether you move or not. Success doesn't happen someday. Success happens when you decide that today is the day you stop waiting. Success happens when you act. Success happens when you take the first step, and the second, and the third. And you don't stop moving no matter what. Of course, pain is part of the process. Obstacles are part of the journey. You cannot pray away the struggle. You cannot wish away the hard times. You cannot shortcut the sacrifice. If you want to get it done, if you want to reach the level you say you want, you have to be willing to push through when it hurts. You have to keep moving when everything inside you is screaming to stop. You have to be stronger than your circumstances, tougher than your feeling, more determined than your excuses. The road to greatness is paved with blood, sweat, and tears. Not comfort, not ease, not handouts. Every champion you admire has scars you never see. Every success story you hear has a background of pain, disappointment, failure. But they kept moving. They kept fighting. They refused to let pain become a prison. They refused to let obstacles become the end of the road. They treated every setback as a setup. They treated every challenge as a chance to grow. Pain was not a signal to quit for them. Pain was a signal to rise. Pain was proof that the process was working, that they were being molded, shaped, refined into something stronger. You say you want success, but are you willing to pay the price when it gets ugly, when it gets lonely, when it gets brutal? It's easy to show up when things are going your way. It's easy to work hard when everything is clicking. But true strength is revealed when nothing is going right and you still choose to show up. True character is built in the days when progress feels invisible, when the results are slow, when the applause is silent. That's where greatness is born. In the struggle nobody sees. In the silent battles nobody talks about. Obstacles are not there to break you. They are there to reveal you. They show you what you are really made of. They show you how badly you really want it. Everybody can talk about dreams when they are comfortable, but what happens when life punches you in the mouth? What happens when you face loss, when you face failure, when you face betrayal? That's when you find out if you are committed or just interested. That's when you find out if your dream is stronger than your pain. Winners don't avoid obstacles. They attack them. They don't fold under pressure. They thrive in the pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. The pain you feel today is the strength you will carry tomorrow. The obstacles you conquer today are the foundations of your future success. Every struggle you overcome adds another layer of resilience, another layer of grit, another layer of unstoppable willpower. You think the people who win don't suffer, they do. The only difference is they made a decision that pain would not define them, that setbacks would not stop them. They decided that nothing would be stronger than their purpose, not even their own fear, not even their own doubt. You cannot allow temporary pain to steal permanent success from you. You cannot let momentary discomfort blind you from the lifetime of achievement that is possible if you just refuse to give up. Every time you push through pain, you build power. Every time you break through an obstacle, you build endurance. You have to train your mind to see pain as progress, to see obstacles as opportunity. You have to get to the point where when things get hard, you smile because you know you are leveling up. You know you are becoming the person capable of holding the dream you are chasing. Nobody said it would be easy. Nobody said it would be fair, but it will be worth it. The pain will end. The obstacles will fall, but only if you keep pushing. Only if you refuse to break. Only if you keep grinding when most people will give up. Push through the pain. Fight through the obstacles. Stay loyal to your dream. No matter how hard the path becomes, of course, greatness is not a moment. Greatness is not an event. It's a choice made daily in the small, unseen moments that no one claps for, that no one notices, that no one celebrates. You don't wake up one day and find yourself great by accident. You don't stumble into excellence. You build it brick by brick, decision by decision, day by day. Every morning when you open your eyes, you are given an opportunity to choose the path of greatness or the path of mediocrity. It is not decided by luck, by talent, by privilege. It's decided by choice, the relentless choice to do the hard things, the necessary things, the things nobody else is willing to do. You don't become great by doing it once. You don't become great by giving half your effort when you feel good. Greatness demands consistency. It demands that you choose discipline over distraction every single day. It demands that you sacrifice comfort for growth every single day. It demands that you show up and deliver, even when the world gives you every reason to quit. The people you admire, the legends you respect, they were not born with something you don't have. They just made a different set of choices. They chose to show up when others stayed in bed. They chose to study longer, train harder, push further when everyone else got tired. They chose to invest in themselves every day when nobody was watching. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is not massive. It's a few small, painful, daily decisions that most people refuse to make. It's choosing the gym over the couch. It's choosing focus over distraction. It's choosing work over whining. It's choosing sacrifice over comfort. It's choosing to keep going after the first, second, and third failures. Greatness is the sum total of thousands of small acts of self-discipline stacked on top of each other until the weight of your consistency crushes doubt, fear, and mediocrity. You can't fake your way to greatness. You can't post your way to greatness. You can't pretend your way into the life you want. Greatness is private long before it ever becomes public. It's the hours nobody sees. It's the pain nobody knows about. It's the setbacks you never complain about. It's the moments when you have every right to break down, every excuse to give up, and you choose to push forward anyway. Greatness is built in silence, then revealed in the roar. Every day you either reinforce your greatness or you erode it. Every decision you make either brings you closer to your destiny or pushes you further from it. You are not waiting on a magic moment. You are not waiting on some fairy tale opportunity. You are waiting on yourself to decide that enough is enough. You are waiting on yourself to choose greatness over good enough. You are waiting on yourself to take full ownership of your life, your actions, your future. The truth is most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they refuse to make the tough daily choices that greatness requires. They let one bad day turn into a bad week, one missed workout turn into a missed month, one failure turn into a permanent exit. But greatness doesn't allow for that. Greatness demands that even when you fall, you rise with a fierceness that says, I will not be denied. Greatness demands that even when you stumble, you get up faster, stronger, hungrier. You have to choose it when it's boring. You have to choose it when it's painful. You have to choose it when nobody is watching, when nobody is encouraging you. You have to choose it when it would be easier to quit, when it would be simpler to blend in, when it would be safer to settle. Greatness isn't a one-time event you celebrate. It's a daily grind you live. Every day you write your story. Every day you build your legacy. Every day you either step toward greatness or you step away from it, of course. Belief is the foundation of every success story. Long before the results show up, long before the rewards appear, there has to be belief. If you don't believe in the vision before it becomes real, you will never have the strength to endure the struggle it takes to get there. Everybody wants to believe. Once the money comes, once the praise comes, once the trophies are handed out. But the real champions believe when there's nothing to show. They believe when the bank account is empty. They believe when nobody knows their name. They believe when the grind feels endless and the nights feel lonely. You cannot wait for proof to believe. You must believe so fiercely that your actions make the proof show up. You have to believe so deeply that even when the world calls you crazy, you keep moving. You have to believe so powerfully that when you look in the mirror, you see the finished product, even when the world only sees the beginning. Belief is the fuel that keeps you moving when logic tells you to stop. Belief is the fire that keeps burning when the winds of failure try to blow it out. Belief is the inner voice that whispers to keep going when everything outside screams a give up or waiting to believe until you see the results is backward thinking. Results are the product of belief, not the cause. You plant the seed and you water it not because you see the tree instantly, but because you believe the tree is inside the seed. Your dream is the same. You have to nourish it, fight for it, protect it long before it ever gives you anything back. You have to wake up every day and work like the result is inevitable, even when the reality around you says otherwise. That kind of belief bends reality. That kind of belief shapes the future. Doubt is the enemy that will try to creep in when things move slow. Fear will try to whisper in your ear that you are wasting your time. Insecurity will point to every mistake and scream that you are not good enough. But belief stands firm. Belief plants his feet and refuses to be moved. Belief says, even if it takes longer than I thought, even if it's harder than I expected, I will not quit. Belief says the vision is real, even when the results are invisible. Belief says the dream is mine. Even when the road feels endless, most people never reach their potential because they surrender their belief too soon. They give up halfway because the results are not immediate. They expect the dream to pay dividends instantly, and when it doesn't, they retreat. But greatness requires faith. Faith that the work will pay off. Faith that the pain will produce purpose. Faith that the sacrifice will be rewarded. Faith that every late night, every early morning, every lonely grind session is depositing into a future victory account that you will one day cash out. If you just stay the course, you cannot afford to tie your belief to what you see. You must tie your belief to who you know you are becoming. Every setback is temporary. Every delay is just preparation. Every rejection is redirection. Your job is not to control the timeline. Your job is to control your effort and protect your belief. Your job is to show up in full faith, act with full confidence, move with full commitment, even when the results mock you, even when the results are invisible. Champions understand that belief is their responsibility. And they understand that if they quit believing, they quit succeeding. They understand that the only way to lose for sure is to stop showing up. So they protect their belief the way a warrior protects a sword. They sharpen it. They honor it. They refuse to let anyone take it away. You have to guard your mind against negativity, against doubt, against fear. You have to speak life into your dreams daily. Fuel your spirit daily. Remind yourself daily who you all are and where you are going. So now it's on you. No more waiting. No more wishing. No more standing on the sidelines of your own life. Get up, lock in, fight for every end. Move like your future depends on it, because it does. Push past the pain, silence the doubt, choose greatness every single day. Believe with everything you have, even when the world gives you nothing back. Get it done. No excuses, no surrender, no retreat. Get it done.